Hey there, boys and girls. I'm coming to you from Prairie Harley Davidson in White City, Saskatchewan. You can probably hear the traffic going by right now. It's actually pretty windy too. I'm out here getting the first service done on the fantastic Fatboy, and I'm also hoping to have a look at the new Pan America. I think they have a couple here now. I've also got a test ride booked for that Pan America on Friday, I believe, but with May long weekend coming, that means the weather's going to be horrible, and it's supposed to start raining and high winds starting Thursday all the way through the weekend. And actually, I even heard the S word, snow, possibly for Friday. So that's Canada. We get snow right in the middle of May. But anyway, hopefully I'll have a look at that Pan America here at the end of the video, but for right now, let's head inside. So as we come through the doors, of course, we're still under restrictions, but this is basically it. We got a bunch of merchandise back there. Some office upstairs. Got the bikes all lined up on the showroom. We got the parts service way down in the back. It's probably not as big a dealership as some of you are used to, but this is Regina's dealership. There's only about 200,000 people here. But they do have a lot of nice bikes. We got a CVO. CVO Limited. Very nice. Oh, geez, that looks familiar. And the other thing about this place that I like is the fish. Nice, calming, and relaxing. Anyway, let's get back to some bikes. Freewheeler. This would probably be something I'd get once my knees finally go. Pretty thick stance that bad boy. And here's a sight for you. An Indian at a Harley dealership. I have to admit, I've never been too excited about the look of the Fat Bob. A couple of Slims. A couple of Standards. Very stripped down bike if you wanted to just modify things. Decent price for a Harley too, in my opinion. Ooh, the Fat Bob. Sorry, Street Bob. I did think about one of these before I actually got the Fatboy, but I sat on it, and I'm just not a fan of the mid controls. I just felt too too big on it, quite frankly. Yeah, I like that color. Now that right now I like. That should actually be my my logo. That would be nice. I know the sound is probably just horrible out here, the traffic and the wind and construction going on next door, but I just wanted to show this bike because this was one that I wanted. Other than the Fatboy, this was a bike that I really wanted. Back in the day, probably the early 2000s, I wanted this exact bike. I was going to put on some Vance and Hines long shots on it. I wanted to put big high apes on it. I wanted an open primary on it. This was my bike that I really wanted back in the day. That's the only reason I'm basically showing it. But back in like 2003, this was for me. Here's another nice one. Twin cam, 110 Screaming Eagle. Very nice, very nice. But the other reason that I wanted to show this bike, other than just the engine, was that it is the same color, the pearl white, that I had on my Fatboy in 2002. The kind of pearl white that once you get into the sun and it hits it, it almost has a tinge of pink to it, which is odd, but I still really like the color. And there's the outside of the building. This is a relatively new building for these guys. I can't remember if they got into this building a year or 2 years ago, but it's definitely an upgrade from what they had previously. Hey guys, I thought I'd come out and kind of apologize for some of the audio out there today. The dealership is right on the or right off the Trans-Canada Highway, which is extremely busy all day, and there's some construction going on. There's also a lot of wind. It's very windy out there today. I also have to apologize because I thought I was going to get a look at the Pan America today, but I didn't get a chance because the salesman has taken it out for the day, and he's trying to put enough miles on it so they can break in the engine, do the first service before they start doing the test rides. Now, regarding that, I also have a test ride booked for Friday, but I talked to one of the owners out there today, and he said that's basically weather permitting, and the forecast right now is horrible from Thursday all through the week, or weekend, so I don't know if that's even going to happen or not. So we'll just kind of have to play it by ear, and that's it. I guess I should mention as well, I did start an Instagram page if anybody's interested. It's at Canadian_Saint, and that's Saint with the number 1. Anyway, that's about it for today. I've bored you guys long enough. This is probably going to be a longer video than usual. And if you made it all the way through, hey, congratulations. We'll see you later.